The following presentation is best experienced with headphones.
Hello, honored guests. Today we will be heading back to the observatory. Please follow me. The whole house is abuzz with talk about this contest. I personally think that Elias, Mr. Forgettable, and Ileana do have a point about the seals. It would certainly make my life easier if Jax could freely come and go from the house and move about its halls. The traveler is an odd one, though. He was able to get into the house even when it was sealed off, which I still haven't figured out. On top of that, he seems immune to most of the house's dangers, but I would still rest easier knowing that he had the protection of the house's recognition.
I think all of us will rest easier when this is resolved, Nemo.
Ah, Lana, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak out of turn.
Oh, that's all right. Everyone has a right to speak their own mind.
Thank you for your understanding.
Of course. Oh, we're all here already.
That we are. I will leave our honored guests with you and the rest of the circle.
Hello, honored guests. I see you have brought Lana along with you.
We met on the way.
Well, you're here just in time. The flames are eager to get started.
Yes, they seem insistent on revisiting a tale of a journey gone wrong.
I do believe I see the crackle of a story on those flames.
The fire burns bright, with stories ever knowing.
Yes, today, honored guests, we take you back to ancient Greece, as Homer recorded it.
With a continuation of
The Odyssey.
Here we go, honored guests. I can't wait to see what strange adventures Odysseus has in store this time.
Odysseus and his crew had reached Aeolia, ruled by Aeolus, king of the winds.
For 1 whole month they entertained there, with Aeolus asking many questions. He asked Odysseus,
Odysseus, what of Troy? The Argive ships? And when should you return back home?
Of course, Odysseus described it all from start to finish, and when he was finished, asked,
I believe we should take our leave as soon as possible.
Yes, of course. Let us send you on your way, and do everything we can to help you go.
He gave Odysseus a bag made out of oxhide, and tied up in it all the winds that blow from every side.
You see, mighty Zeus had made Aeolus keeper of the winds, and he could calm or rouse them as he wished.
I'll lash the bag inside your ship, Odysseus, with a bright silver cord, so as to stop even the smallest breath from getting out. I will also get a west wind breeze to blow to carry your ships on their way home.
But that's not how things happen to turn out.
We ruined everything with our own folly. For 9 whole days and nights we held our course, and on the 10th we glimpsed our homeland.
They came in so close, they could see the people who tend the beacon fires.
But then sweet sleep overcame me. I was so exhausted.
All that time, Odysseus's hands had gripped the sail rope.
I'd not let go of it or passed it on to any shipmate so that we'd get home more quickly.
But as he slept, his comrades started talking to each other, claiming Odysseus was taking gold and silver with him, gifts of Aeolus.
Glancing at the man who sat beside him, one of the crew would mutter words like these.
It's not fair. Everyone adores this man and honors him no matter where he goes. To any city, any land. From Troy, he's taken a huge stash of splendid loot. But those of us who have been on the same ship are coming home with empty hands. And now, Aeolus, because he's a friend of his, has willingly presented him these gifts. Come on, let's see how much gold and silver he has in this bag.
As they talked like this, the crew's envious thoughts prevailed. They untied the bag.
All the winds rushed out.
Then the storm's wind seized them.
and swept them out to sea.
In tears, away from their home.
At that point I woke up. Deep in my heart I was of two minds. I could jump overboard and drown, or just keep going in silence, remain among the living. I stayed there and suffered on.
Covering up his head, Odysseus just lay there on the deck, while the ships were driven by those wicked blasts of wind all the way back to Aeolus's island.
Once back ashore, Odysseus set off for Aeolus's home.
He found Aeolus feasting with his wife and children.
So I went in the house and sat down there on the threshold, right beside the doorposts.
Aeolus asked Odysseus,
Odysseus, why have you returned to us? What cruel god has been attacking you? We took great care to send you on your way, so you'd get back home, back to your homeland, just as you wished.
My foolish comrades, aided by malicious sleep, have harmed me. But my friends, you can repair the damage. That's within your power.
Of all the living mortals, you are the worst, so you must leave this island with all speed. It would violate all sense of what is right if I helped out or guided on his way a man the blessed gods must hate. So leave. You're here because the deathless gods despise you.
Once Aeolus said this, he sent Odysseus from his house.
Odysseus and his crew sailed on for 6 whole days and nights.
On the 7th they came to the home of the Lastrygonians. They approached and rowed into a lovely harbor with sheer cliffs around it on both sides.
When ashore, they reached the splendid house of the queen of the Lastrygonians.
When the queen approached, she formed no pleasantries, but said immediately,
We will arrange a dreadful death for them. Seize one of the shipmates and prepare to make a meal of him.
The others in my crew jumped up, ran off, and came back to the ships.
The queen then raised a hue and cry throughout the city.
Find these trespassers. They have run away from their sentence.
Once they heard this call, the mighty Lastrygonians poured out, thronging in countless numbers from all sides.
Not like people at all,
but giants! From cliffs they hurled rocks down on them.
The clamor from the ships was dreadful. My crew were being destroyed. Ships were smashing into one another with those huge monsters spearing people like fish and taking them to eat a gruesome meal.
While they were slaughtering the sailors there, Odysseus grabbed his sword,
pulled it from his thigh,
and cut the cables on his ship, yelling to his crew,
Put your oars to work! We must get away from this disaster!
They all churned the water with their oar blades, afraid of being killed.
We sailed away from there with heavy hearts.
Finally, they reached the island of Aea, home of that dread goddess, Circe.
She possessed a human voice, blood sister to murderous Aeetes, both children of sun god Helios, who gives us light. Perse, child of ocean, was their mother.
From the rocky lookout where Odysseus was standing, the crew saw smoke rising above the spacious grounds of Circe's home through dense brush and trees.
Odysseus tried to rouse his crew, but they all cowered in fear of what lay ahead.
I knew we could not disembark without having a meal together, so I gathered what I could.
Once Odysseus had set a fine meal out, he said,
My friends, we're not going down to Hades. Not just yet. Although we're grieving, not until the day we must confront our fate. So come on now. While there's still food and drink in our swift ship, let's think of eating, so we don't waste away and die of hunger.
His words soon won them over. Uncovering their heads, they gathered around the food and ate their fill.
After the sun had set and darkness came, they lay down on the shore. As soon as rose-fingered early dawn appeared, Odysseus called a meeting and addressed them all.
Shipmates, though you're all feeling our distress, listen now to what I have to tell you. My friends, how far we are to east or west we just don't know. But let's quickly put our heads together to see if there's some scheme we can devise. I'm not sure there is. I climbed a rocky crag, and from that vantage point spied out the land. It's an island with deep water round it, low-lying and flat. I did see some smoke rising in the middle of the island, through dense brush and trees.
But their spirits fell, and they said,
What about what the Lastragonian queen has done? And the brute force of the mighty Polyphemus, the man-eating Cyclops? Please, don't make us go.
They wept aloud. But their cries were not much help to them. So Odysseus split up his crew into 2 separate groups, each with its own leader.
I commanded one, and Eurylochus the other.
In a forest clearing, Eurylochus's crew found Circe's house of polished stone with views in all directions.
There were mountain wolves and lions round it, all bewitched by Circe's wicked potions.
But they made no attack against the men. No, they stood up on their hind legs and fawned, wagging their long tails.
Just as dogs will beg around their master coming from a feast, for he keeps bringing scraps to please their hearts.
Yes, that's how the wolves and sharp-clawed lions there kept fawning around those crew, who were afraid just looking at those terrifying beasts.
They stood by Circe's gate and heard her sweet voice singing in the house.
La 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 la.
She sang as she went back and forth before her loom, weaving a huge immortal tapestry, the sort of work that goddesses create.
Finely woven,
Luminous
and
and beautiful. Then one of the crew's leaders spoke up.
Friends, someone's in there moving to and fro before a giant tapestry and singing so sweetly the floor echoes to her song. Perhaps a goddess. Maybe a woman. Come, now, let's all give her a shout.
He spoke, and they all started yelling, calling her.
Goddess?
Goddess,
Ma'am,
please come out,
Miss,
Mistress of the
please.
Weave.
She came out at once, opened the bright doors, and spoke.
Please come in.
In their folly, they all went in the house.
Eurylochus was the only one of them to stay outside. He thought,
surely Circe might be tricking us.
She led the others in.
Please, sit down. I'll make you all a drink of wine.
but with the drink she mixed a vicious potion, so they would lose all memories of home.
When they drunk down the drink she'd given them, she took her wand, struck each of them, and then stuck them in her pens.
They had bristles, heads, and voices just like pigs.
Their bodies resembled swine.
But their minds were as before.
Inside their pens,
They wept.
Here, have your fill of feed, acorns, beech nuts, cornel fruit, the stuff pigs eat when they're wallowing in mud.
Eurylochus witnessed this and came back immediately to their ship, bringing a report of his comrade's fate.
His eyes were full of tears, his mind transfixed with sorrow. He spoke out.
Lord Odysseus, we went through the forest as you ordered, and in a clearing found a splendid house built of polished stone with a view in all directions. Inside, someone was singing in a loud, clear voice in front of an enormous piece of weaving, moving back and forth. Some god or woman, they all shouted, calling her. She came out, opened her shining doors without delay, and asked them to come in. In their foolishness, they accompanied her inside. But I, thinking it might be a trick, remained behind. Then the whole bunch of them disappeared, all of them. No one came out again, and I sat there a long time watching for them.
Odysseus slung his large bronze silver-studded sword across his shoulder,
Grabbed his bow,
and told Eurylochus to take him back there on the self-same trail.
Eurylochus gripped Odysseus with both his hands, collapsed to his knees, and spoke.
Child raised by Zeus, do not take me back there against my will. Let me stay here. I know you won't be coming back again yourself or bringing back the rest of your companions. No, let's get out of here, and quickly, too. With these comrades here, we may still escape this day's disasters.
Eurylochus, you can stay right here in this very spot, eating and drinking by our hollow ship. But I will go. I don't have any choice.
This said, Odysseus walked away from ship and shore.
As he was moving through the sacred groves on his way to Circe's home, a goddess skilled in many magic potions, he met Hermes of the Golden Wand.
Hermes gripped his hand and said,
"Where are you off to now, you wretched man, wandering through these hills all by yourself and knowing nothing of the country here? Your shipmates over there in Circe's house have been penned up like swine in narrow stalls. Are you intending now to set them free? I do not think you'll make it back yourself. You remain there with the others. But come, I will keep you free from harm and save you."
What shall I do?
"Take remedial medicine with you and go to Circe's house. It will protect you and keep your head safe from any danger this may bring. I will describe for you each and every one of Circe's fatal ploys."
I am listening, Hermes.
"She'll mix a drink for you, and with that drink include a drug. But she won't have the power to cast a spell on you. The potent herb that I'll provide you will not allow it. I'll tell you now in detail. When Circe touches you with her elongated wand, then draw that sharp sword on your thigh and charge as if you were intent on killing her. She'll be afraid. Tell her she must swear a solemn oath on all the blessed gods not to make plans to harm you with some other injury."
After these words, Hermes pulled a plant out of the ground, offered it, and explained its features.
"The roots are black, the flower milk white. Gods call it moly. It's difficult for mortals to pull out, but we gods have power to do anything."
Then Hermes left through the wooded island, bound for high Olympus.
Odysseus continued on to Circe's home. When he arrived, he called out,
Circe, come out at once.
"Oh, please, kind sir, come in at once."
Circe led Odysseus inside and sat him down on a silver-studded chair with a stool underneath to rest his feet.
"Would you care for a drink?"
She mixed her potion in a golden cup. In it she placed the drug. Heart still bent on mischief, gave it to Odysseus.
When I drank, without being bewitched, she struck me with her wand and said these words.
"Off now to your sty, and lie down there alongside all the rest of your companions."
I drew the sharp sword on my thigh and charged at her, as if intent on murder.
Circe screamed.
Through her tears she spoke. Her words had wings.
"What sort of man are you? Where are you from? Where is your native town, your parents? I'm amazed you drank this drug and then were not bewitched. No other man has tried it and has been able to resist. Once it's past the barrier of his teeth. Inside that chest of yours, your mind holds out against my spell."
Recognition passed through Circe's eyes.
"You must be Odysseus, that resourceful man, the killer of Argus, Hermes of the Golden Wand. Always said Odysseus in his swift ship would come on his way back from Troy. So put that sword back in its sheath."
Oh, Circe, how can you ask me to be kind to you? In your own home you've changed my crew to pigs and keep me here. You're plotting mischief now as you speak. But I will not agree to sheath my sword unless, goddess, you will agree to swear a solemn oath that you'll make no more plans to injure me with some new devious trick.
"I swear, Odysseus."
After making her oath, Circe bade Odysseus eat.
But in his heart he had no appetite. When Circe noticed Odysseus just sitting there, not reaching for the food, weighed down with grief, she came up close and spoke winged words.
"Odysseus, why are you just sitting there like a man who's mute, wearing out your heart, never touching food or drink? Do you think this is another trick? Oh, don't be afraid. I've already made a solemn promise. I won't injure you."
Circe, what man with any self-respect would start to eat and drink before he had released his shipmates and could see them face to face? If you are being sincere in asking me to eat and drink, then set my comrades free, so my own eyes can see my trusty crew.
When he said this, Circe went through the hall, her wand clutched in her hand, and opened up the pigsty doors.
She drove the whole herd out. She went through them, smearing on them all a different potion.
Those bristles brought on by that toxic drug which they'd received from Circe earlier fell from their limbs, and they were people again, more youthful and much taller than before, more handsome to the eye.
Each shipmate grabbed my hand, and all of them were overcome with passionate weeping, so the house around them echoed strangely. Circe herself was moved to pity then. Standing near me, the lovely goddess said,
Resourceful Odysseus, son of Laertes and child of Zeus, go now to the seashore, back to your swift ship. Drag it up on land and stash your goods and all the things you need inside the caves. Then come back here again and bring your loyal companions with you.
Her words persuaded Odysseus's proud heart.
He left, going back to his swift ship beside the sea.
I found my trusty comrades at the ship lamenting sadly, shedding many tears. In their distress they spoke to me.
You're back, you favorite of Zeus. We're glad of that, as if we had returned to Ithaca, our home. But come, describe for us how our other comrades came to grief.
First, let's drag our ships up onto the shore. Stow all your goods and tackle in the caves. Then you can rouse yourselves and come with me. See your comrades in Circe's sacred home, enjoying food and wine. There's lots of both.
What Odysseus said to them quickly brought them round.
Of all the shipmates there, Eurylochus was the only one to hesitate. He spoke.
You wretched creatures, where are you going? Are you so in love with these disasters you're going back there? To Circe's house? Where she'll transform you all to pigs or wolves or lions, so we'll be forced to protect her great house for her? It's like what the Cyclops did when our companions went inside his cave with this reckless man Odysseus. Thanks to his foolhardiness, those men were killed.
One of the crew said,
You, child of Zeus, if you give the order, we'll leave him behind. He can remain here, beside the ship, and stand guard over it, while you lead us to Circe's sacred home.
This said, they moved up from the ships and shore, and Eurylochus was not left behind at the hollow ship. He came with the group, afraid Odysseus might be harsh and punish him.
They found them all in fine spirits eating in Circe's hall.
When my crew saw each other and recognized their shipmates face to face, their cries and weeping echoed through the house.
The lovely goddess came to Odysseus and said,
Resourceful Odysseus, son of Laertes and Zeus's child, you should no longer rouse an outburst of such grief. I know myself every pain you've suffered on the fish-filled seas, every wrong that hostile men have done on land. Come now, enjoy my food and drink my wine. Revive once more the spirit in your chest you had when you first left your homeland of rugged Ithaca. You're weary now. You have no spirit. You're always brooding on your painful wanderings. There's no joy inside your hearts. You have endured so much.
Their proud hearts were persuaded by her words. They stayed there day by day for 1 whole year, feasting on sweet wine and huge stores of meat.
But as the months and seasons came and went, the long spring days returned. Finally, Odysseus's crew summoned him and said,
You god-driven man, now the time has come to think again about your homeland. If you're someone who's destined to be saved and reach your lofty home and soil once more.
Odysseus went to Circe. The goddess listened as Odysseus spoke.
Circe, fulfill the promises you made to me to send me home. My spirit's keen to leave, as are the hearts in my companions too, who, as they grieve around me, drain my heart whenever you are not here among us.
Odysseus, if it's against your will, you should not now remain here in my house. But first, you must complete another trip to the home of Hades and Persephone, to consult the shade of blind Tiresias, the Theban prophet. Even though he's dead, dread Persephone has granted him the power to understand. The others flit about mere shadows.
Odysseus sat weeping, for his heart no longer wished to live or glimpse the light.
But when he'd had enough of shedding tears and rolling in distress, he answered her.
Circe, who will be the guide on such a trip? No ship has ever sailed to Hades.
Do not concern yourself with a pilot for your ship. Raise the mast, spread out your white sail, and just take your seat. And then the breath of north wind Boreas will take you on your way. But once your ship has crossed the flowing ocean, drag it ashore at Persephone's groves. Then you must go to Hades' murky home, where the river Styx flows. Go there, heroic man, and do just what I say.
Tell me.
Move close and dig a hole there 2 feet square. Pour libations to the dead around it, the first with milk and honey, next sweet wine, and then a third with water. At that point, many spirits will emerge. They'll be the shadows of the dead. Then call your crew. Call to the gods, to powerful Hades and dread Persephone, until you've listened to Tiresias, that prophet, the leader of his people, who will soon come to you. He'll tell you your course, the distance you must go on your return, and how to sail across the fish-filled seas.
Once dawn appeared on her golden throne, Odysseus went through Circe's whole house, rousing his companions with words of reassurance to them all.
No more sleeping now. No sweet slumbering. Let's go. Queen Circe's told me what to do.
The crew were happy to be on their journey once more, but Odysseus stopped them.
No doubt you now believe you're going home, back to your dear native land. But Circe has stated we must take a different route. To Hades' home and dread Persephone, to meet the shade of Tiresias from Thebes.
Sitting down right where they were, they shed tears and tore their hair, but their cries were useless.
We moved down to our ship swift by the shore, shedding many tears of grief while Circe left them.
She'd slipped past them with ease, for who can see a god move back and forth if she has no desire to be observed? And the crew set sail.
The end.
Oh, I do hope Odysseus will make it home safe. As for us, we'll be back with the circle in just a moment.
To be so close to their goal and watch it fade away because of a lack of trust. I suppose I understand now why it is so important for the others to trust us.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that whole arrangement right now.
What is there to be worried about? The 3 of us all know that you can be trusted. You helped us save the house from Greer. I'm sure those 3 will come around soon.
It's just that, with all these amazing stories out there, I wonder if I didn't promise too much about what my voice or even my presence in the circle can bring.
It is amazing how quickly those 3 have forgotten the power and importance having a new young member of the circle can be, whether it be a novelist, playwright, poet, or whatever they may be.
Well, worry not. If I don't miss my guess, we will all be witness to some of that power soon enough.
I, for one, would love to make use of that powerful voice of yours. Help me with another poem I found in my book.
Oh, this one by John Keats?
Yes.
Bright star.
Would I were steadfast as thou art, not in lone splendor hung aloft the night,
and watching with eternal lids apart, like nature's patient.
Sleepless eremite, the moving waters at their priest-like task of pure ablution round earth's human shores.
Or gazing on the new soft fallen mask of snow upon the mountains and the moors.
No, yet still steadfast, still unchangeable, pillowed upon my fair love's ripening breast.
To feel forever its soft fall and swell, awake forever in a sweet unrest.
Still to hear her tender taken breath, and so live ever, or else swoon to death. The end.
Steadfast determination is something you will both surely need if you want to reach your current goals.
Yes, but sadly, honored guests, there will be no more watching the flames today.
Yes, my friends, I do believe I see the crackle of a story on those flames. But for next time.
The fire burns low, with stories ever glowing.
Safe travels, honored guests.
We will see you soon.
Honored guests, come follow me, for you mustn't stay at our house for too long. My, Circe is such a powerful sorceress. I wonder if Lady Morgana has spoken to her before. I bet they'd have a lot to talk about. Stay close behind, my guests, and whatever you do, don't answer any voices you may hear on the way out. Oh, but do come back. Hearing the Circle's stories brings me to life.
You have been listening to The House of Branching Paths, a theatrical podcast experience brought to you by Round 2 Productions, created by Mark Kilmer and Caroline Miller, with special guest Creighton Markovich as the voice of Odysseus, and featured artists Kimmy Kidd, Bill Blanky, April Sita, Justin Panachia Shimza, Jamie Chandler, George Dorr, Joshua Towers, and Katie Bailey, with music by Elegy. For even more content, join us on our Patreon, or for more stories like these, be sure to visit your local library. Thank you for joining us, honored guests, and remember, the fire may burn low, but the stories are ever glowing.